Vista Las Palmas has long been a Hollywood hotspot. Today we're stepping inside this beautiful listing with Ross Stout to learn more about the Palm Springs lifestyle. All right, well, good morning.
Good morning.
How is your day so far?
It's going. Had a nice little drive, but I get to hang out here.
Yeah.
Fixed a broken umbrella.
Yeah. Well, it's not a bad place to hang out.
It's a good place to hang out. I like this place.
Well, thanks for agreeing to meet with me.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited to just dive right in. And to start, I would like to ask you a couple questions to get to know you a little bit better.
Great. Perfect.
Okay, so I think it's often fun to learn about how someone got into this industry. So how did this all get started for you?
Well, it started with a shoulder injury. No, I was an aspiring professional baseball player. I was in my 5th year in the minor leagues. I was married for 3 years. We had a toddler, and we just found out that we were having our second child. She surprised me on the field. It was a cool deal. But I had a scout come up and tell me. He said, "You know what you are, Ross?" I was like, "What's that?" He was like, "You're a really good Double-A pitcher." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's all you are, man." It's like, you weren't complimenting me. You were telling me I've hit my ceiling. So tried a little harder, tried to throw a little too hard, ended up tearing my labrum that season, and brought an abrupt end to my baseball career, which was great. I got to come home and I got to work with actually a good friend, a family friend, and someone who I really admire in this business is Denise Francis. And I came in and she told me that she'd take me on and try and teach me what she's got. So that's when I jumped in, right in 2010, with 2 kids, newlywed, and I didn't get to sell houses. I had to sell houses, and that was how I jumped in here.
Great. Well, you've been doing it for a long time, and I think you mentioned that your dad was or is an architect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that gives you a unique perspective in your real estate career.
It was really cool. It helped me build my business. My dad being an architect, he was also a contractor, interior designer. I got to be around construction in all phases, from sticks up to down to the finish work, and then even to details like staging and design. So that gave me a unique intangible in this business, knowing construction, knowing finishes, and I was able to use that to my advantage and build a business model for some of my clients, like this home, to where I could come in, I could help you secure it at an excellent price, walk you through the construction process, advise you on that, on design, and then come up with a completed project.
That's amazing. And you recently moved.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you've been in this selling real estate here in the desert for many years. And even though you moved, you're still selling quite a bit of real estate here in the desert. So why do you think you keep coming back?
Oh, I will never stop coming back to the desert. This was my home, born and raised here. It's really all I knew, and we decided to expand our horizons a bit and just try something else. And as you know, the team has grown beyond our borders, so it's been cool to kind of get plugged into different places. But what keeps me coming back to Palm Springs is it is my heart. I know it well. I've built my whole business here, so to stretch out has been a challenge, but selling here will always be something that I'll have involved in my business.
Yeah. Well, and you've built such a big clientele, I'm sure, too, over the past, how many years?
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
If you asked your clients to describe you in 3 words, what 3 words do you think they would use?
Okay. It would probably be cool, confident, and but yet laid back. So I guess they would say that I'm humbly confident. Probably would be a good descriptive word when I go to bat for them. Most of my clients, I don't think I work with my sphere of influence so much unless it's in a business setting. I don't deal with friends and family that often. It's mostly people that I've met throughout my journey, and we've developed a business relationship, and they know they can come to me to get the job done in an effective and timely manner.
Yeah.
So that's where they're like, you never ride the waves, you're always here, and you always have our best interest, and you're confident enough to, you know, tell us to walk away from a deal
Sure.
when it's not in their best interest.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's what makes you a really great agent.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So this house is absolutely incredible. What can you tell us about this house that maybe someone wouldn't be able to see online?
Oh, well, it was previously owned by the attorney that brought the George Foreman grill to the market.
Oh, wow.
So he actually did the addition on the bedroom side and had a little different vision than what we have now for the house.
Yeah.
But you probably, unless you knew who the attorney was, you wouldn't be able to decipher that. And you wouldn't tell that like I helped design it.
So, yeah. You know what? I actually didn't even know that. Yeah. So that's incredible.
It's cool.
Okay. So, I mean, again, this is a beautiful home. What is your go-to strategy for marketing a property like this?
Well, we have many different platforms, and I have to go brokerage specific. eXp Luxury, probably the best platform out there right now, in my opinion, to consistently give a marketing edge. They're on multiple different high-end publications. They're going to put luxury eyes on it on a weekly basis, a daily basis. So that's one. I really like Zillow Showcase. They can come in, give people that immersive experience that they now come to expect online with the Matterport, with the video, with the drone, all those things. But the Matterport really makes it stand out. And with that, you keep on top level of views with Zillow Showcase. So I always try to implement that into my high-end businesses. So EXP, Zillow, it's fantastic. And now what we have coming out with, and I'm going to be filming my first episode today with a TV show called Chasing Palms. That's going to be able to showcase our luxury listing. Put millions of views on it. So that'll keep it right out in front, keep it fresh all the time with footage that's up to date, current, and goes beyond what you can do with a listing video. It's actually going to be a dedicated like segment, kind of like this would be.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and that's great because oftentimes people think that you just get professional photography, you throw it up on the MLS, and your marketing ends there. But with you, and again, that's what makes you a great agent, is the marketing never ends.
No, it never ends. And we have AI working in the background. They're going to be digging through our database. We're going to be working all the time to find the buyer for your listing. It's not like we're going to sit back and pretend like we're working while the MLS is just doing it for us. Yeah. There's active engagement all the time, trying to find the right person, whether it's from us or a different agent. We just want to put the right eyes on it so we can do a sale in a timely manner.
We've now migrated to the kitchen.
Yes.
It's a beautiful kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look around, I just envision, like I'm dreaming of hosting a party here. In your opinion, what makes this the perfect kitchen for entertaining?
Well, I like how it's been opened up. So previously it was a galley kitchen. So there was a wall running across right about where you're sitting, kind of on this beam. And so now being able to entertain here, it's a great place for, you can have a meal. There's also a dining space behind you, but this is great for serving. It's the come and go. There's a slider right here that leads right out to the pool and spa. It's kind of the gateway from the front door that flows right into the rest of the living space. So entertaining is a breeze here for sure.
Yeah. And I think something that's important to a lot of buyers is the indoor-outdoor living. Mm-hmm. And I just love that this entire wall kind of opens up to the outdoor space and we have some great views. So
absolutely. So like this wall didn't have these openings. These are something that we created. And even the back wall kind of near where you were just sitting, there's a slider there now. And that's normally a blank wall on Alexander floor plans in this model. So we added a lot of glass here. We had to go through a lot of Title 24 to get that done. It's all new glazing, which is awesome. But one of the coolest lines that I've heard lately is these Alexander homes, and speaking of that indoor-outdoor field, it's a blurred line of indoor-outdoor, right? So it gives you that feel that you can just kind of sweep in, sweep out. It flows really nicely. Mm-hmm. And especially with this nice covered patio, when the weather's right, which is most of the year, it's just like hard to beat.
Yeah. Well, we work with a lot of buyers who are coming from our feeder markets like LA and San Diego and San Francisco.
Yep.
What kind of lifestyle shift do you think that they could expect by moving here to Palm Springs?
Yeah, aside from the indoor-outdoor allure, the slower pace, right? I mean, I was out on the street this morning, just kind of walking up and down and really enjoying that there's nobody out. It's calm, it's tranquil, it's very quiet. I know coming from those larger cities, you lose the honking cars, you lose the street noise. I've talked to a couple of people who's like, I can't even sleep at night. It's just too quiet.
Yeah.
But that's why they come, and that's what draws them in. And then they can find out what it really is to live in Palm Springs, be that immersive, outdoor, to pool, to house, to shops. It's all just a very interesting flow that only certain places in the world can offer. And this is one of them.
Yeah, no, it's definitely great. And I think something that always resonated with me is when you moved, you guys used to have a big SUV.
Yeah.
And you said, well, we had to sell the big SUV and get something a little bit smaller to navigate the lifestyle that you adapted to out in, was it I think Carlsbad, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so even a lifestyle shift that small.
Yeah.
But hey, it's something that we have to navigate.
Totally.
And okay, so you do work with a lot of buyers, and you have a pretty big team now of about 50 agents from Southern California to Northern California.
Yep.
What trends are you seeing with buyers right now?
Right now, today, we have the waiter, right? Someone who's waiting for something to happen. We've been in a frozen market for 3 years now. So trends that I'm seeing is just trying to find, for me, what I'm trying to do is trying to find motivation, right? It's hard to find motivation for someone who's searching in the valley for the most part, because any kind of second home is luxury. If it's a $200,000 condo, if it's a $10 million house, a second home is luxury.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with a market like this, not everyone can afford luxury, no matter what the price point is, because it's something in excess of what your daily life is. So trying to give someone that idea of purchasing a second home right now is the right thing. It's not a trick, because it really is the best time to buy, in my opinion. And we are trending towards that. I'm seeing a lot more activity in the market. We do have some rate cuts coming. But that isn't what's going to flock people to it. It's just the essential feeling that, okay, this is the new market. This is what money costs now when it comes to lending. And am I okay to do business in this? And most people are answering yes now.
Yeah. And what I find interesting, just in speaking with a lot of the agents in the other markets like San Francisco and LA and San Diego, is those markets are still pretty competitive when compared to here.
It is. Those where people move for work. Relocation's a real thing here. We, in the desert, we have an interesting buyer pool because, you know, at least it's been in my business, 90% of it has been that luxury purchase of a second, third, fourth home. Not a lot of people moving up in the market in today's atmosphere. So we've lost the step up buyer. It is people coming in from those larger markets. And that's why I'm so glad we have a presence there, because we can treat a lot more business a little more effectively. But those markets are thriving because those are hubs. That's where people have to move to, right?
Right.
So we're still seeing multiple offers over there. Even though prices may have softened a bit, there's still enormous activity. And that's what I can't wait for in the desert, is just getting back to a transactional market.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun day.
Yeah. I am working with these clients right now, and what was funny to me was we got their offer accepted on the first try, and a few hours go by and he calls me. He goes, Marissa, I'm still in shock that we got our offer accepted on the first try. It took us 10 tries in San Francisco before they got their offer accepted.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to me to see, even in today's market, each market is so different in California.
You got to think that San Francisco agent, because they took that buyer shock out for you, right?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I gotta do this. So they already had that motivation because they know it can be competitive in spaces like this.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're in the neighborhood Vista Las Palmas, and it has a reputation for being a celebrity hotspot. Why do you think celebrities have always been drawn to this neighborhood?
Well, because when the weather is good, the sun sets a lot earlier than it does, and that means happy hour starts a lot sooner. No, I'm just kidding.
No, hey, I'm there.
And then when the sun's down, the fun's up.
Yeah.
So what I think really draws people here is what I was talking about earlier, that tranquil, quiet area. The streets are super wide in these neighborhoods. So it's great for walking, for riding your bike. This is really a true like non-gated resort. You get that whole feel. You can walk to all the shops. You can be as active as you'd like, or you can be as secluded as you'd like. Once you're behind, especially here with the ficus hedges, you're behind that wall. You're looking up the mountain. Are you in Palm Springs? Are you in Hawaii? Like what? You could be almost anywhere in the world that has this kind of climate and backdrop, and it's just fun and relaxing.
Yeah, and still, I mean, with those celebrities, and they're still very close to home, which is probably LA, Beverly Hills, or wherever it may be. So it's truly a special place.
Yeah, they just cruise right through the windmills. They're here.
Yeah. Okay, so my favorite question to ask my sellers, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
What is your favorite spot in this house and why?
I think right where you're sitting, those clear story windows that we put in above the kitchen really frame in the tops of San Jacinto. And no matter where you're at throughout the day, you're going to get a different look. Whether clouds have shifted, the shadows are now shifting onto the mountain away from shifting over it. You can catch that mountain at every time of day and find something new. So it's not a stagnant view, which I really like.
Yeah, it's a great view.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're now in this stunning backyard, and I mean, literally, what a dream. What is your favorite part about this backyard?
Well, sitting right here, we have the fire pit overlooking the spa and the pool, and then you just center right up on the mountain. So the view is my favorite. But I love the white hexagons that they use for the pool tile. I think that's a really cool touch. Adding the outdoor kitchen, there's a lot of thought that went into this, and I really like the acid wash concrete. So it's a cool look.
Yeah, and how do you see this fitting in with the lifestyle here?
Well, I mean, it's the epitome of the lifestyle. It's you're outdoors, you're enjoying the mountain. Time just melts when you're out here, whether you're laying in the pool, enjoying the spa. No matter what time of day, you have an activity to do out here that is relaxing and enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's actually one of the larger lots, I feel like, in comparison to some of the other properties.
Yeah, you get nice lot sizes here on Rose. We're not on mountainside. I like that we're off the mountain a bit. You do have that rock retaining wall that's behind the other Rose, the mountainside on Rose. So having that unobstructed view, not having to look over anything, and having all that, I can't help it. Just continue to look at it.
And no power lines.
Zero power lines in Vista Las Palmas.
And we're not on lease land, right?
No, this is fee land. Okay,
so I think I read that Vista Las Palmas is one of the first neighborhoods in Palm Springs on fee simple land where they did the electrical lines underground.
Well, now you're dropping knowledge on me, but that sounds just about right because everyone else, you're going to have those lines going across your view.
Yeah, unless you're on lease land.
Exactly.
Okay, so this neighborhood is magical. I've had buyers tell me that they will only consider buying here in Vista Las Palmas. In your opinion, what makes this so unique in comparison to other neighborhoods?
The uniformity of it, I think, being that it's all Alexander homes and you have the Dubois sprinkled in. It really brings that mid-century neighborhood that can take you back in time. So when you come here, you can choose that lifestyle that will transport you to a simpler time where they didn't have all the storage, they didn't have the huge garages. It was a beautiful modern home, and now you just get to experience that all the way down every street.
Yeah, and it's truly, it feels magical driving up the streets, seeing all the different types of architecture. I mean, my husband always gets mad at me when I'm driving in neighborhoods like this. I'm constantly looking around and not looking straight. So it's really a stunning neighborhood.
It is.
For someone who's looking to buy in Palm Springs for their very first time, what advice would you give them?
Don't be scared to move up, right? So I've had so many clients come in and they come to a house like this and they're like, God, I want it. Like I want it, but it doesn't seem right for me. And on price point, right? Because we're sitting on $2.5 million right here. And I say, look, let's go check out these other neighborhoods where you can soften the blow by 50%. There's so many places in Palm Springs where you can get acclimated, understand how much you're going to come here, how much you really are going to enjoy this wonderful place. And then I've had so many buyers start in the mid 500s, let's say, step up to 800, step up to 1,200,000, step up to their forever retirement home.
Yeah.
So even though they had the budget to do it at first, they got to ease into it, enjoy the whole city, and understand exactly where they wanted to be. So that'd be my advice: is there's no right or wrong way to get into the market, but history has shown that it's a wonderful market to be in, and it's a safe place to park your money.
Touche.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we wrap up, what is one insider tip or local recommendation that you feel like everybody should know about? Could be an experience or a place.
Yeah,
anything.
well, you were dropping knowledge on me about this being the first fee land place to have underground lines.
Don't mark my word, that is Google.
Okay, cool. Well, Google is much smarter than me. But somebody else who's smarter than me is that the Red Jeep tours. I don't know if you've ever done that.
Oh, no.
But I dove into it. I'm third generation desert. I thought I knew a lot about the desert, but when I took that tour, and I didn't even take the tour, they spoke at a leadership class that I attended, and they gave the history of Palm Springs and how we have the checkered lease land, how that came to be, and it was just wildly informational, yet they make it so exciting, and they do such a wonderful job of storytelling and bringing it to life. So I would say the Red Jeep Tours is something that if you are interested in learning about the desert, which is very interesting, it's a good thing to do.
All right, I'm probably going to have to do that because I haven't done it.
Yeah.
All right, Ross, well, thank you so much for meeting with me today and giving me a behind the doors look on your beautiful listing and sharing all of your market insights. It's really been a pleasure. And for anyone who wants to learn more about this listing or just get in contact with you, I'm going to go ahead and share all that information in the caption.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.